Hi, welcome to Triple Threat Jab series. This is going to be the first part out of a two-part series. These are all moves that you can do out of the triple threat position. Um, using jabs to create space from your defender, also to lull your defender to sleep, be able to explode by your defender. So on the first one's going to be a jab without a ball rip. So you are just going to jab up into the upper right box or at a 45-degree angle. Leave the ball at your hip when you do this. Once you do this a few times, you're just going to explode off of that back foot and then go. This next one is going to be a jab with the ball rip. So it's going to be the same thing as you did in the last video. This time you're kind of using the ball to sell your drive. You'll see some examples here. Still start with the ball in your left hip pocket, but then as you jab, you're going to bring the ball forward at the same tempo as your leg, kind of, and then eventually you're going to relax and then explode out of the jab. Just kind of going in a progression here. This one's going to be a jab without a ball to a counter rip. So you're going to do the same thing as you did in the first video. You're going to jab at a 45-degree angle to your right, but you're going to keep the ball in your pocket. However, this time you are going to do a counter rip out of it, meaning so I'm jabbing here, keeping the ball at my pocket, but then instead of going right out of my jab, I'm going to then jab and then go left. If you do it well, you should dribble and step at the same time with that foot. Still following our progression, we're going to do the same thing, but you're going to complete the jab with the ball, kind of like you did in the second video we did, but you're still getting to that counter rip. So do your jabs, but bring the ball with when you want. Okay, explode out of that counter. Same thing, dribble as your foot steps. This time we're going to do a stab jab to a rip. So this time when you're completing your jab, same thing at a 45-degree angle. Instead of keeping the ball at your pocket or bringing the ball forward with your jab, you're going to bring the ball opposite to your jab. So you're kind of moving it away from your body. The point of this is your foot's going one direction and the ball is going a different direction or the opposite direction. You kind of just want to react to how your defender plays it. If your defender follows your foot, you can do a counter jab and get a step on them. Or if they follow the ball, then you can just regular rip through like Brett did here. So once again, you step, ball goes opposite, and you just kind of see how the defender reacts, and that determines where you'd go. The next video is going to be a jab to a high rip. So this time you're going to bring the ball over the top. Keep in mind with your jabs too is you can jab then bring your foot back and then go, or you can jab and keep your foot kind of forward, just like Brett will do in this example. But practice both. You can jab, see how his foot stays at that yellow dot here. You can jab, come back, and then go, or you can just keep it there on the yellow in a split position. This one's going to be a middle jab to a high rip. It will help if you set up some cones. You'll see we have like 2 different cones. That gives us like 3 different alleys to work from. But this time you are going to like split the cones, jab right in the middle. The point of this would be to create some space for yourself so that you'd go into your defender. After you middle rip, this time you're just going to go over the top, open up those hips, swing the ball over, and explode out of it. This one's going to be a middle jab to a counter rip. So the same thing that you did in the last video. Get into your defender, split those cones, but this time you're going to jab and then go left. My jab I didn't sell very well here, but make sure that you sell your fake to the right, then go left, explode out of it. For this one, we're just playing with angles a little bit. We've jabbed at a 45-degree angle. We've jabbed straight forward into a middle rip. This one's just going to be a side jab. So we've worked a little bit on this on the mat within our dribble, but you're just going to jab straight out to the side and then counter rip it. So this one I'm going left, my right foot's going to plant hard to the side, and then I'm going to go the opposite direction. Same thing, but going to the opposite way, or opposite foot side jab. So I'm just going to the right this time. I'm going to be jabbing with my left. You'll see here that it's just the opposite way. Jab left, go right, explode out of it. I didn't explode out of it that great, but make sure you're explosive out of these, working on changing speeds, changing directions.